One thing that we have of lately seen is that Proptech is still emerging in India, and we don't have that many startups in India, or we don't hear that many fun stories in India as we hear it abroad or in US or on any other real estate market. So what is your point of view towards Proptech space in India? And how do you think it is going to evolve, or what do you see in the next 10 years?
So, Proptech in India it's like a baby boomer at this point in time. You have GLL who have invested a lot, and they have already with their co-occupancy spaces as in something in Pune. Apart from that, you have Build Supply who've got a fresh round of funding. They are mostly purchase-based ERPs. These guys, their softwares looks fairly mature, and looks like their product will change the market to a fair bit, and they're catering towards end consumers. So, the common man as well comes in under the ambit. Even on staying with the end user, today you have softwares like Qpix, you have Hollow Builder, where if I could give you a use case of Hollow Builder, all you need is a 360-degree camera in a space which is being constructed, and it renders the room with that single 360-degree image. So if you have an architect who's sitting in an office somewhere in Seoul, he can see if the work is done as per his specification. If the height, it also does it to scale, so you can measure your height as well as other such dimensions could be checked. So Proptech in real estate has a vast array and reach. ArcGIS is something we already spoke about, and thankfully the other level would be getting the municipalities as well as the approval bodies to map infrastructure lines. So when I buy a property, I know if a water mains is running through my premise. I will be aware of what the pros and cons of my property, or as a flat purchaser, if nothing else. Right. So the benefit when you do it for one is that it's scaled down to so many. That's the beauty of technology.
Yes, I completely agree with Ricardo. There are many areas where Proptech is going to have a significant impact. One of the areas Ricardo mentioned was mapping architecture. On the administrative side, the basic work, the foundation GIS has been done in a lot of areas. I think one of the big things that is really going to make a big difference is right now when you view real estate, no individual person has 100% picture. There is some department where there is some missing information that you don't have the entire view. Now, if certain departments synchronize, like for example, on a GIS layer, you start adding transactional data to that particular CTS number, for example, and you spread it out across Bombay. The revenue department and let's say, the BMC work together. This can have benefits on taxation, volumes, very clear pictures, of what really the market is. This tied up with, let's say, the approval data. You have a complete view of what is selling, how much is being produced, and where it's actually happening. Right now, we rely on our manual surveys and things like that. This is one area that I think someone or the other will definitely do it. I've heard of one startup called Prop Modi, which has started converting transactional information to, in a more simplified format. So things are happening. It's who ends up doing it. Definitely, they'll be the winner.
There are a lot of possibilities, like both of them have said, and there's still it's an untapped market, you can say. Whoever comes in, whoever starts experimenting will have a much better vision or much better clarity of what is exactly needed. So like MCHI and CREDI have started getting into these spaces. So now everybody is realizing what is the exact potential for it. Because first of all, no one was daring to go inside.
Right.
And now that people have started moving in, now they are seeing actually how easy it makes your life and how easily the flow can go. With every place you had a hurdle, you had an obstacle to cross. In some places people would not even bother going ahead because they were not sure.
Right.
Now people will have that opportunity to experiment,
right.
to see, to explore, and to make our work life much easier basically.
Of course. All right.